So you might have found this video from one of my previous new construction videos, or you might have just stumbled on it by chance or mistake. However you got here, welcome to another edition of Ann Arbor and Beyond. I'm Steve, your straight talking, no BS real estate agent from the Ann Arbor, Metro Detroit area. In today's short video, we're going to talk about buying new construction and how exciting it is to purchase that brand new home and how important it is for you to have proper representation before you ever set foot in the builder's sales center. Now, buying a new home can be super exciting and enjoyable and even a lot of fun, but it could also turn into a complete nightmare. There are so many things you as a buyer have to be aware of, and if you happen to end up with a builder who is less than ethical and or difficult to work with, or if you don't have an agent representing you, or worse yet, you have the wrong agent representing you, you can have a horrible experience. The internet is chock full of horror stories from new construction buyers. Now, obviously, we don't want this to happen to you because, as I mentioned, your new home purchase should be a fun and exciting experience. So that's why I put together this video to help you avoid the many pitfalls of the new construction process, and also to give you some pointers on what you should be looking for in a real estate agent to help you navigate the process. Now, I know there are a gazillion real estate agents out there that you could choose from, but a lot of them are kind of clueless when it comes to new construction. So how do you choose an agent that is new construction savvy to represent you so you don't get pushed around or intimidated by the builder, and to help you negotiate the best price and terms when it comes to your new construction purchase? Well, that's a really, really great question. So may I suggest that you take a look at what I offer my new construction clients and use it as sort of a measuring stick when you're interviewing other agents for the position of your new home representative. Now, if you don't have an agent that you feel comfortable with or can represent you the way you'd like to be represented on your new construction purchase, or if you simply want a second opinion, I'd be happy to consult with you. So without further ado, let me share with you some of the exclusive benefits the clients I represent enjoy when it comes to their new construction journey. Benefit number one, 30 plus years of new construction experience. I grew up in the building and real estate business. My father was a developer and a builder, so you could say that real estate and home building is in my DNA. Over the last 30 plus years, I've been involved in many projects, from million-dollar custom homes, foreclosure purchases and flips, high-end renovations, land development, and everything in between. Now, please believe me when I say I don't tell you this to impress you. Actually, it makes me very uncomfortable to talk about myself. I'm a very humble and low-key person. Again, I'm not trying to impress you, but I wanted to impress upon you that as your real estate professional representing you in the purchase of your new construction home, that you're in good hands. Now, having been in the building business for so many years, I'm privy to a lot of the builders' little tricks that stack the deck in their favor. And many builders know that most buyers don't know what they're doing when it comes to purchasing a new home from them. And unfortunately, they take advantage of this fact, costing the buyer financially and emotionally in the long run. This won't happen with me on your team. Number two, knowledge of the local new construction market. Having lived in the Ann Arbor area for the past 30 plus years, and also being involved in building some of the area's most desirable communities, I've got an intimate knowledge of the new construction environment in the Ann Arbor, Metro Detroit area. Meaning I can advise you on the hottest existing, new, and future developments, and also the communities that will give you the most potential for future appreciation. I can also guide you towards the reputable and quality-minded builders while helping you avoid the less reputable builders in the area. As a matter of fact, I just recently spoke with a buyer who's having a $1.8 million custom home built for them, and so far the process and experience has been dreadful for them. So it looks like this builder, who by the way is very well known in the area, will not be on my short list of recommended builders. Benefit number 3, I will be your fiduciary. Now, this is probably one of the most important benefits of the whole bunch. That's why it's going to take a little longer to cover, so bear with me, please. Now, I want you to think of me as your real estate Sherpa, who will be with you every step of the way, guiding you through the complex and sometimes very overwhelming new construction process. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a ton of things to keep track of. As a purchaser of a new home, you've got meetings with the builder, the pre-drywall, pre-framing walkthroughs. There's the super pre-close walkthrough with the builder that gives you an opportunity to identify and note any and all of the defects that might be present. You'll also want to schedule your own private home inspection by an inspector of your choice. Even though you're buying a brand new home, you still want to do your own inspection to catch all of the things that were potentially missed by the builder. And here's a newsflash. The quality of your home comes down to the supervision by the builder and the tradespeople that are actually building your home. Again, they can be excellent tradespeople or they can be hacks. We won't know until the construction process begins. So not to sound like a broken record, your inspections and walkthroughs are critical. Just a real life example of how important these walkthroughs are. I had a client that was building a new home and he had paid an additional $45,000 to have a nice finished basement with the taller 9-foot ceilings. So as we were doing the pre-drywall walkthrough, I noticed that the ceilings in the basement, which should have been 8 foot 6 inches high, were actually 7 foot 6 inches high, making the whole space very closed in and dark. Now, remember, my client paid for taller basement walls so he could have a higher finished basement ceiling, right? So I brought this to the builder's attention and he tried to give us a really lame excuse why they decided to drop the ceilings by a foot in height. Well, once he realized we weren't going to accept their major screw up, the builder gave in and my client ended up getting his basement with the taller ceilings that he paid for. But if we had not caught this during the pre-drywall walkthrough, then it would have been too late to change it once the drywall was installed. And this is just one of the many examples of me catching errors in the building process I could give you. Now, can I catch all the mistakes the builder's going to make? Of course not, but I try my best to catch as many as I can. Now, once these walkthroughs and inspections are complete, we will generate a punch list to give to the builder. Now, the final walkthrough will be the day of the closing. This is where we make sure all of your punch list items and all of the problems we caught during the process has been addressed. Then it will be off to the closing, which I will attend with you as well. Now, as you can see, I am very involved in your home buying journey from the very beginning to the very end when you close on your beautiful new home. Now, there's not a lot of agents out there that will give you this kind of support, and the builder definitely won't give you this support either. Again, I represent you and you alone 100%. Unlike the builder's representative, who may act like they represent you and have your best interest in mind, they really have the builder's best interest in mind, not yours. Now, this doesn't make them unethical. It's just the way it is. They work for the builder, and their fiduciary duty is to look out for the builder first and foremost. Now, that's why you need your own representation, where you have somebody like me who is always looking out strictly for your best interest. And don't be fooled into thinking that if you buy a home from a builder without realtor representation, the builder will discount his price to you because they don't have to pay a realtor's commission. This is absolutely, positively not the case. They've already got the realtor's compensation commission baked into the price of their home. And if you come in unrepresented, that's totally fine with them. They'll be doing their happy dance, because they get to keep the realtor's full compensation commission for themselves. And they're definitely, positively not going to share it with you. Benefit number 4, my exclusive rebate program. As a client of mine, you are eligible for my exclusive new construction rebate program, where I actually give you some of my commission back that can be applied to your closing cost. It's like free money. Well, it is free money. Very few, if any, other real estate agents will offer this awesome program. Now, the amount of what you'll receive depends on a few factors. First and foremost is the price of the home you're buying. Of course, the higher the price of the home, the larger your rebate will be. Another determining factor on the amount of the rebate is whether the builder is paying me on the final sales price of the home or just on the base price of your particular model. But usually the minimum amount of the rebate would be in the $2,000 range and could easily go up, way up from there. Either way, it's still a great deal for you and can help you save some serious money on your closing cost. Benefit number 5, one stop for all your resources. I pride myself on providing all the ancillary services that my clients may need during the purchase of their new home. Services like title companies, real estate attorneys, home inspection services, contractors, lender options, on and on. In my 30 plus years of experience, I have a very comprehensive list of personally vetted service providers and professionals that I will make available to you as my client. So rest easy, whatever or whoever you need to facilitate your purchase, I have you covered. Last but not least is that I will be available for you long after the closing. It doesn't matter if you closed 16 weeks ago, 16 months ago, or 16 years ago. When you become a client of mine, you become a client for life. There's almost nothing I wouldn't do for a client, and nothing gives me more pleasure than to get a call from a client that has an issue that they need help with. It makes my day when I can help one of my past clients. A quick example of this service after closing mindset is that I have a past client that bought a brand new $1.2 million house about 10 months ago. They called me to say that they had a problem with their concrete driveway. It was flaking, chipping. Now keep in mind, the home is less than a year old. They reached out to the builder, of course, and this is a national, well-known builder, by the way, and the builder basically told them to take a hike and that they weren't going to do any warranty on any concrete issues. What? Outrageous, I know. So I put them in touch with several concrete professionals who came out and confirmed that there is a problem with the concrete. Most likely the concrete mix from the plant was not right when it came out of the truck. So we got this information to the builder, and it looks like this builder is finally going to step up and do the right thing, which they should have done in the first place, and address the problem. Again, as a client of mine, you're a client for life, and I'm always available to help you in any way I can. So there you go. I certainly hope you got some value, some benefit from this video regarding your potential new construction purchase. And should you have any questions, or you think you might like me to represent you with your new home purchase, let's set up a time to meet. The quickest way to connect with me is to call me at 734-216-2498. Or if you prefer, we can schedule an online meeting, a Zoom call. And if that's your preference, please click on the calendar link below to schedule a one-on-one meeting with me. I want to thank you again for watching, and I hope to speak with you soon. Take care.